It is the boxing match of the year, the long-awaited rematch.
A big right hand that missed by Wilder. What a first round!
Wilder versus Fury 2.
Oh, there's a big right hand by Fury. His best punch of the fight.
Now, the first fight ended in a controversial split decision draw. Well, now they are back to settle the score. The heavyweight boxing titans will meet in Las Vegas on Saturday, February 22nd. And of course, the best seat in the house, your house with Dish Pay-Per-View. I got the chance to visit both fighters' training camps. First, let's go to Alabama, the sweet home and training camp of Deontay Wilder. Deontay, great to have you back on Dish.
Thank you so much.
Always a blessing to see you, my friend. Thank you. So I was watching the Super Bowl last week, and it seemed like every other commercial was for this fight.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, okay, Deontay was at Alabama, wanted to go to Alabama, play football, and then you went a different direction, and yet you still made the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
A lot, right?
I ain't think about it that way. Only if I can play in it.
There you
That'll
go.
be amazing.
Hey,
you know,
Nate, yeah, go ahead.
Sometimes we have plans for our life, but God have other plans for us. And in my situation, He had another plan for me, and this plan was to use my hands, defend my title each and every time, and just be a motivator and inspirator to the world.
Sure.
When you're the heavyweight champion of the world, it's just what it says, the heavyweight champion of the world. So what you do and how you carry yourself, what you say, people all over the world look up to you and are following everything you do. So, He blessed me with a more difficult task.
Sure.
But I'm the right man
one too.
And I'm the right man for the job.
Absolutely. Well, name another football team with the 42-0-1 record or 10 consecutive titles, right?
We're all knockout,
Yeah.
It's remarkable. With 10 consecutive titles, time Muhammad Ali's second reign, this fight right here will break the tie. It's amazing just to be where I am and to where I was when I first stepped into the gym. I mean, go all the way back when I first turned pro, or when I first had my first title fight, or my first time challenging opponent for my title fight. Because they say once you become a champion, you're not really a true champion until you have that first title defense.
Right uppercut, and it's over!
And here I am on my 11th consecutive title defense, and it's just amazing. That's what all I can say is amazing.
Yeah, the name Wilder in the same league as Ali, Frazier, Foreman, Lewis. Not bad company.
I know, right? Many guys, they train their whole life, to get to this very point, and some never make it. And, for me to be here, I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to be here in this position. That's why I try to do the best that I can with as far as, being a role model. A lot of people will label you, if you have a certain type of standard, they try to label you as a role model because the numbers of people that follow you and look up to you. And,
Sure.
I try to be the best role model that I could be, in the position that I am. I tell people I'm not perfect. I will make mistakes along the way. It's going to be a lot of things that people don't agree with, along the way. But at the end of the day, long as if I do anything wrong, long as I correct those wrongs into rights and, make things, because I can't please everyone in the world.
And you shouldn't.
Exactly.
Big right hand that connected by Wilder. Oh, down goes Fury!
I was at the first fight, and when you knocked him down, I thought, okay, that fight's over. And you turned and you walked to the corner, and I think you felt that fight's over too.
Oh, yeah, I started blowing kisses. I started doing little signature moves. I did the cutthroat, like it's over with, But it was exciting. It was exciting. It was surprising, but it was also exciting to see him rise up. I mean, I told her I was going to baptize him, and I mean, at least at the baptism, you do rise up at some point.
You should, yeah.
So I guess that fall right in line with that. But I think it was also exciting for the sport of boxing, heavyweight division as well. The fight lived up to the hype. And even with the controversial decision, everything happened for a reason in that situation. No matter how I may feel about the fight, my side may feel, no matter how he may feel about the fight or his side may feel. At the end of the day, when we all see the results and when it comes back around to the second fight, we look back on the first fight and the things that we did in between to lead up to now, and say, you know what?
Sure.
Hey, we'll take that.
Absolutely. The things leading up to now. I mean, most people would not have taken the fight with Ortiz. They would have fought somebody like me where they like 3 punches and out. But you were the good guy. You went out, you both made a lot of money, and you made him money. And it was not an easy fight, but you prevailed. You know, I was sitting there watching that night, and I was hearing the commentators. I'm going, no, he's going to win. Like, you know, I'm sure you watched the replay. We're all going, well, I don't know what's going to happen here, but you know, you had that fight.
Yes, you know, it's just to be here at this point in time, you know, in history, because we said history that night, and we're going to say it again the second time around, but even in a bigger and more dramatic fashion, because I'm looking for a more dramatic knockout this time. Staying patient, staying calm, and showing the world that I am who I say I am. You know, I'm the heavyweight champion of the world. I'm the baddest man on the planet. I'm the hardest hitting puncher in boxing history, period. And, you know, each and every time I'm out, I want whatever is said about me, I just want to prove that it's facts. It's factual what they say. Yeah. And the rematch is it means a lot to me because of what happened the first time, the controversial, and everything else that was exciting about the fight. And now it's just like someone old has got to go. Me and Tyson is the only two heavyweights that's undefeated, that's at the top, and is still here. That's been chosen or people been looking at. We're the only two left with undefeated records to do what we're doing. So, I just think this is meant to happen, the order and the fashion that it happened in to get us to where we are now. And I'm overly excited about this fight. In the inside, I'm jumping for joy. And because I'm headlining it, and the promotion has been amazing all over the world, and people all over the world is paying attention. You know, they're knowledgeable about what's going on, and they want to be here. You have so many people say, man, I lost interest in boxing. You know, I didn't watch it for a long time because of this. They have their various reasons.
Sure. Well, I grew up with heavyweights, and then that was gone for a while. And now heavyweights are back.
And they're back, and that's what they're saying. They're back, and they're excited, and it makes me feel good because I know I partaked in that, and I've had a major part in bringing the excitement back into heavyweight boxing, especially here in America.
Sure, and you're giving kids memories that they'll grow up and they'll remember your name and how you inspired them.
Yes.
It's been a great time for you. You got a new member of Bomb Squad named Francis?
Francis.
Yeah, is that ringing any bells?
The Pope, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You come and go, Bomb Squad!
That's right.
Oh, no.
You know, it was an amazing feeling. It was a humbling experience to get to meet the Pope and then get named the boxing ambassador of peace, something that's totally opposite of my occupation. I found that very funny, you know, inside just laughing, or even on the outside. You know, to laugh and to think about, you got one side that I'm peaceful. I mean, it's just like my life, though. It resembles me as a person. Deontay Wilder outside of the ring, humble, caring, a provider, a protector. I'm a man of peace, positive energy, always. My surrounding is always positive. My thinking is always positive. My actions is always positive. So, you know, the results is positive. And then you got on the other side my occupation, where I have to get in the ring, where I tell men in press conferences and different things. I look them into their eyes and tell them. I might even say I want to kill you, you know. And when you get that part,
you said that too. I'd smile. I wasn't afraid there, but when I saw you in the press conference, that was I'd be afraid.
You know.
Yeah.
But it's just another side, the ego side, which I call him the bronze bomber. And that's just how I go off the emotions. I'm an energy person. Yeah. I go off of my energy. Sure. I go off of how, you know, that's with my energy, it allows me to meet people. It allows me to go in certain places. You know, it allows me to do certain things. If my energy is not leaning towards certain things, and if it giving me a bad feel,
right, I
won't do the other things. I won't talk to certain people. I won't shake certain people's hands. I won't go in certain businesses. Mm-hmm. I won't do certain activities because of my feeling. And your intuition is free for one.
Absolutely.
You know, and
That's right.
I wish people would listen to it more.
Sure.
It would definitely get them out of different situations.
Sure. Did you tell the Pope that if you give God the glory?
If you give God the glory, He'll give you the victory.
That's right. He's a boxing fan too, I heard.
Yes,
too,
indeed.
right?
You've been doing your homework, man. You've been doing your homework.
You know, ever since I met you, I've been thinking like, you should be a freaking movie star. I mean, you've got all the things a movie star brings to the table. And I think if you went in that direction, who would be your co-star? Who would you want to star in an action film with?
Oh, man. Man, I got so many favorite actors, you know. I think my co-star would probably be Will Smith. You know, Denzel Washington is another one. Leonardo DiCaprio is another one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It goes on and on. There's a lot of great actors out there. They get the job done. But those guys in particular, you know, I really like seeing those guys on film. You know, putting their service into their greatness. You know, and giving us a great movie. I love looking at people that give their all into it. Like, they know that they got the it factor, they know they're unique, and they brings it out each and every time. You know, they draws me in. When I watch, I can just see them headlining a movie. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they are one of those type of people for me. And acting is definitely something that, an avenue that I'm running down the lane that I'm running down now, you know?
Good.
I'm not doing major parts yet because I'm still in boxing. And once this is over, that's when I can, you know, put the pedal to the metal, then full speed ahead, you know.
Absolutely.
And, because I have a true passion in acting as well. You know, if I wasn't doing this, I can definitely see myself acting. Sometimes, you know, just my normal life, I would break into a character. I wouldn't know who the character is, but I'm just letting loose, freelancing, freestyling. You know, and sometimes I knock them off guard and I get into character, but they don't understand what's going on, so they still. They still out of character. And I'm like,
what's going on?
Yeah. And I'm like, well, you said what? I'm like, I'm in character. You gotta play along with me. I enjoy doing those things because I feel like it's just only giving me practice.
Well, one thing I will say though, if you do get into action films, you gotta know you can't actually hit the person.
Yeah.
And sometimes that takes more energy than trying to avoid it. And then you have to do 15 takes and then 20 takes so it's a little different.
Yes, that is true. You know, throwing a punch, you know, it definitely takes a lot of energy, especially if you miss, though. You know, so
right.
If I'm acting and I miss, it's taking more energy than, hey, can I kind of just knock you out? Like, let me just, and just get it over with. You know, go back to what I'm used to.
Yeah, say that to Will Smith to see how that goes, right? Yeah, your first and only movie with Will Smith.
That's right.
All right, so we wrap up here, talk to the Dish customers and tell them why they need to buy this.
Well, to all my Dish customers, I just want to say thank you for subscribing to Dish. You know, because you can always see a great fight with Deontay Wilder. I definitely won't let you down. I haven't in the past, I won't in the future. And in the present, you already know we on fire, baby. The heavyweight division is on fire. We got a great fight coming up February the 22nd. And if you want any information or want to see how the first one went, you can always go back and look at that. It was an amazing fight. It was explosive. It was a star-studded event, and I came out as my Sunday's best dressed, as always. I give you entertainment from the beginning and to the end. You get your money worth from the beginning to the end. So here we are again, Wilder versus Fury 2. And we all know what happened the first time. It was a controversial draw, duh. But this time around, everything is on the line. The stakes is very high. For someone who has got to go, and you already know who that is. So please tune in to this fight. If you can't make it to the arena, you got that remote right by you on that couch, don't you? Click that button. You don't want to miss this one. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be kids friendly until the end someone getting knocked down. Then you might have to close somebody's eyes because I come in with bad intentions. But when it's over with, of course, we're gonna share our negative energy in the ring because we have to. We have to put on a performance for you guys and really mean it. But after that, after I knock him out and he get back up, I'ma hug him, I'ma kiss him on the cheek and tell him I love you. For it is February, you know, and it's Black History Month as well too. So I'm gonna make another history mark in history. So tune in to that fight. You don't wanna miss it. Until then, you know what it is. Bomb Squad! Yeah!
This is the biggest heavyweight fight in recent history.
Here we go again. Shots fired, I'm going in. Sending the love for the nose.
This fight is a draw.
Bring them all on. I'm a one-man army. Rising up, rising up. Let's do it.
Order now on Dish Pay-Per-View.
Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder defends his title against Tyson the Gypsy King Fury live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Saturday, February 22nd. But no need to get on a plane, train, or automobile to Las Vegas to see this fight. You can watch it all live from the comfort of your TV room with Dish Pay-Per-View. Here's how to pre-order the fight. Just go to channels 471 or 472 or go to mydish.com/boxing, or you can always give us a call at 1-877-DISH-PPV. That's 1-877-347-4778. And now we take you to Las Vegas, where Tyson Fury sat down with Dish Studio between workouts.
From Manchester, England, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
I'm here to do a job, and that's what it is. No hard feelings, may the best man win.
Tyson Fury, great to have you back on Dish.
No problem.
Thank you for doing this, and thank you on behalf of Dish customers of bringing heavyweight boxing back. It's so thrilling. I grew up with Thrill in Manila, and to see boxing back at this level in the heavyweight division is awesome.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right, so I think this first time in your career you said you don't need to sell a fight, but thank you for selling the fight. Why do you say that?
You know, you got two of the biggest, best, controversial, charismatic, colourful heavyweight champions since Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. I'd go to far as back as say that. This is the biggest heavyweight fight since Lennox fought Mike Tyson back in, when was that, 2002 or something?
Yeah, 2002. Yeah.
Yeah, so a long time. We very rarely get this type of eagerly anticipated matchup in the heavyweight division. And even then, both heavyweights were defeated before. This is a classic matchup of two undefeated champion versus champion, both gigantic heavyweights, both athletic, both very, very confident in their own ability, coming off a 12-round draw. So I don't believe that's ever happened in a long time.
Judge at ringside, Alejandro Rochin scores the bout 115 to 111 in favor of Deontay Wilder. Judge at ringside, Robert Tapper sees the bout 114 to 110 in favor of Tyson Fury. And judge at ringside, Phil Edwards scores the bout 113 to 113. Even a draw. The decision is a split decision draw.
Yeah, let's talk about the controversial draw. I mean, aren't all draws controversial or stupid or?
Do you know what? I give up thinking about it. It's in the past. That's where it'll stay.
Right.
No matter what happens yesterday is history.
Right.
So I don't think about what I did yesterday. It's not important. It's about today and looking forward. So yeah, whatever happened last time, it makes it even more interesting for this next fight.
Big right hand connected by Wilder. Oh, down goes Fury!
That 12th round knockdown, he turned around and walked toward the corner like the fight was over. At any point, did you think that fight was over?
No. The fight's never over until the bell goes ding, 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 or the referee counts to 10. And that's when it's over. But although someone's down, it doesn't mean they're out. As many, many times it's been proved in the past. You can never think something's over until it's actually over. And as Wilder found out, because I got up off that deck and he ended up taking a lot of hard blows in the end of the round.
Yeah, exactly. The number of blows in the entire fight, you were way ahead in that. So I assume you also felt you were way ahead of the score.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm not going to cry over spilt milk, make excuses. It was what it was. We get to do it again. Another great fight for the fans. And, you know, it was a good fight last time. I'm anticipating it'll be a better fight this time.
How do you see this one playing out?
I see Deontay Wilder and myself going right at it from round one, like round 13 instead of round one. Pick up where we left off, and someone's going over. Whether it's going to be me or him, the fans are the winners. We both have a lot to lose. We both have undefeated in 12-year careers. We both have a lot on the line. But the fans are the real winners here because they get to be entertained on a Saturday night.
Right. Now, I assume you don't recommend people getting up at the beginning of the fight and getting a beer, getting a Guinness, because I think at the press conference you said this thing could be over in
2 rounds. Yeah. Well, we will see if Tyson Fury is a man of his word or if he's a bullshit artist. Because in my mind, I'm going to run across the ring flat out to him. I'm not going to even take my time. I'm just going to charge straight across, sprint at him, and let's get it on, get going. I'm going to put pressure on him from round 1, and we'll see where it goes from there. I won't be backing up, running away all over the place, I promise you that. I've not said all this for nothing. Sure. I'm going for the knockout, and it's no secret.
And you've also said if you don't win, you're a bum?
Yep, I'll back that up.
How so?
Because I believe I can beat any of these heavyweights, and to lose to them, I must be a bum. That's why. Because anyone can get knocked out by a fluke, but to do it twice, yeah, we're fighting twice. Usually the better man will always win if you play further, like playing a game of pool. Always play best out of 3 because anybody can beat you on one game.
True, very true.
So yeah, over averages, the better man will win the more times they fight.
Sure.
So we've got 3 fights lined up, and I'm going to win the majority of them.
I think you labeled this as a bill filler versus you.
Yeah.
Explain.
Like I say, I don't think Deontay Wilder's on my level, boxing talent. The only thing he's got is a good punch, that's it. All heavyweights punch hard, and that's it. We're going to see on the night if I'm right or wrong. Maybe this man might be something I don't think he is. Not unless he's going to change 100% since last time. But as far as I'm concerned, I've seen all of his fights. He does exactly the same thing every time. Nothing new, nothing to be afraid of. Just a one-dimensional heavyweight, really.
Now, you've made some changes, new trainers and a new kind of a meal plan type of thing going.
Yeah.
I understand you could get to 270 pounds?
Yeah, I'm weighing late 260s now. This is my natural weight. I'm not trying to build up. I'm naturally a fat man coming down. But yeah, a lot of these heavyweights, they're all light, trying to go up. With me, I'm a fat man waiting to dive out of this skin. So yeah, being heavy is not really an hard thing for me. My natural weight is around about that weight, 270 when I'm training. Yeah. If I don't train, I'll go way above 300. And that's just being a normal person.
Sure.
But yeah, while I'm in training, around about that.
Well, I'm saying right now, you look great.
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel like you're in a great place for this fight?
Honestly, I can't ever remember feeling any better than this. I've never had a better training camp, that's for sure. I've never been as dedicated in camp. Not that I've ever been not dedicated, but for this camp, I've cut out everything. There is no little bits of nothing. There is no diet drinks. There is no going out shopping. There is no weekend running round. There is no staying up late. There is no distractions at home. I've not got nothing else going on. I can't do any more. This is the best I can do. What people will see on February 22nd is the most prepared, best I can do, best I can be. That's for sure. I'm coming off of 12 round fights, match fit. I've had best sparring. I've had all young guns in the gym, trying to make a name for themselves, injury free. So yeah, everything seems to be going really well. 10 days out, and I feel ready, and I wish it was this weekend.
Yeah, I bet. Obviously, you're named for Mike Tyson, and your dad has a great story of why he named you that. You were born 1 pound, and he said, nope, this guy's going to live. And you did. You got to meet Mike Tyson. What was that experience like?
I met Mike Tyson a few times. Good guy. He was a little bit dry at the beginning, the first time I met him. We were at a boxing show, and he didn't really say much. I just told him it was nice to meet him and whatever. I was honoured to named after him and that. And then since then, we've become buddies. Cool. We've been on his podcast together. We've been FaceTiming back and forward. He was in Vegas in a shopping centre. I went to see him, surprised him. Oh, yeah, so yeah, he's a decent fella.
How would a fight between you two play out, both of your prime?
Mike Tyson, 1 round knockout.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your reason for this is I don't like matching current with past.
Oh, fair enough.
So I always give the respect to the past ones.
Fair enough.
Because I've not proved myself yet to be great in my era. You understand?
Sure.
People say to me, the heavyweights today have compared against the heavyweights from the 70s and 80s and 60s. Well, the fact of the matter is, it's a non-answerable question because it's not possible. But the one thing I do say is, everything's advanced. The 100-metre sprinters got quicker. The world's strongest man's got stronger. The fastest car in the world in the 70s, today wouldn't be a fast car anymore. So you can't bring someone from a different time zone and match them against totally different time and era. It's just not possible, and unfair as well. You can only be the best of your time, not somebody else's.
You're about to show you are the best of this time.
Well, defeat Wilder now, and that makes me the greatest of my time.
And then, will there be a trilogy? Will there be number 3, or is it back to WWE?
It's all about what the fans want. You know, if the fans call for another fight, then there will be, depending on the outcome of the fight and how one-sided it is. But I'm sure he'll take a rematch.
Very good. So we wrap up here. Of course, we're not selling the fight, but please sell the fight. If you could talk to the Dish customers and our Sling customers and tell them why they should get this fight.
You should get this fight. It's because it's the biggest fight in the last 30 years. You got the 2 biggest heavyweights, 2 most colourful, controversial, charismatic champions since Muhammad Ali. And you know, it's a Brit versus an American. It's all to watch. Someone's getting knocked out. He's got 43 knockouts out of 44 wins. The only person he didn't win or knock out was me, the Gypsy King. 29-0, 20 KOs. Someone's getting knocked out. Tune in.
This is the biggest heavyweight fight in recent history.
Here we go again. Shots fired, I'm going in. Sending the love for the number.
This fight is a draw. Bring them all on!
I'm a one-man army. Rising up, rising up. Let's do it.
Order now on Dish Pay-Per-View.
Wilder versus Fury 2, the 2 undefeated heavy hitters square off for the second time in the most anticipated rematch in recent heavyweight history. It's Saturday, February 22nd, live on Dish Pay-Per-View. Here's how to pre-order the fight. Just go to channels 471 or 472, or go to mydish.com/boxing, or you can always give us a call at 1-877-DISH-PPV. That's 1-877-347-4778. Wilder versus Fury 2. There's nothing like watching this fight live. Catch it February 22nd on Dish Pay-Per-View. In the Dish studio, I'm Scott Patrick.